Hello there, TikTok and YouTube. So, this is my daily vlog for the 13th of December, and I've been having a few little introspective thoughts. I was thinking about how I need to increase my own personal well-being, and I think that's something that everyone needs to work on to some degree, but for me, I think it's paramount. One of the things that I've not hidden on social media, across YouTube, TikTok, any other sites that I frequent, is that I have a chronic disability. But that changes a lot in my life, and it changes a lot in what I can expect and what I can do. A good example of this is I have this anti-tangle hairbrush. It's quite strange. It's something that you can push up the middle. It's very springy. It's actually really, really good at getting out the knots. The problem is, because I have a snapping scapular deformity in the shoulder, and I get sciatica pain through my back, and I have there's a video on YouTube showing off the scars, so that you can see just how bad it is. I've had gynecomastia surgery on my chest, which has left me with very little in the way of pectoral muscles on my chest. There's huge missing voids where muscle should be. Because of that, I have limited strength, especially pulling back, like this kind of motion with my arm. So brushing my own hair is a pain in the arse. Now, it's not just hair brushing that's a pain. It's all kinds of things. It's just hygiene matters. My hair is matted, as you can see. It's always matted, it's always knotted. I can't look after it. So, I like having long hair. I think it suits my face shape. I think it suits my general look. You can tell just by looking at me that I have some Nordic DNA in there, quite a fair amount of it. But there's certain things I need to do. I need to look after my appearance. I am quite overweight. I overeat. I know I overeat. I have a food addiction, and that's something that I need to address. It's something that I need to work on. Now, I know what people are going to be thinking. You should be exercising and you should be eating healthily. Well, exercise is much harder for me because I've got chronic disorder. I've got connective tissue disorder, which means that exercise is largely out the window unless I have access to a swimming pool, which, thanks to COVID, all the local swimming pools closed. So, really not handy, is it? I'm not sure what my excuse was before they all closed, because I was fat then as well. But that's not the point. As for eating healthy, I'm a food addict. I know I am. I comfort eat. I eat when I'm bored. I eat when I'm in pain. I eat when I'm too tired to do anything and feeling frustrated. I need to stop that. There's a lot of stuff I need to work on. But yeah, the whole introspection thing, I do this regularly. I think everyone does. But as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year, I'm thinking more and more about it. I'm not one for the whole New Year's resolution, because, well, frankly, no one keeps them anyway. So I'm not sure whether or not I want to try and make promises to myself that I'm probably not going to keep. But I think I need to do something about this. The thing is, I need to do something about it holistically, and I need to do it in a way that I can capitalise on it. So I'm being upfront as to what I'm doing. I'm going to document basically everything, because I realise that in my current life, I have no way of earning money. That's a huge problem. And I really do mean that. I am on the bones of my arse all the time. I am living, what would be paycheck to paycheck if I actually had a paycheck instead of what is, the government handout of welfare. Now, yes, I am disabled, and there's plenty of people out there who say, yeah, you are entitled to that money. Entitled, I would disagree. It's a nice thing that society does for me. I live in a society that has agreed that everyone pays into this tax bucket, and those like me who cannot work, they get to take money out of the tax bucket. I'm still a social leech on society in that regard. I get more out of it than I put in. and I'm not producing anything that adds to society as a whole, which is something that really bothers me. It's something that really bugs me deeply. So I need a way of making money. The thing is, I've been doing stuff desperately trying to get some kind of creative endeavour off the ground for a long time. I've been writing books, I've been writing my tabletop RPG, I've been building up this new company that I registered about a month ago to try and get this set up so I can produce things. And maybe that'll work, maybe it will. I'm not sure. Maybe another thing would be some kind of social media influencer lifestyle, which is something I might be able to pull off. But let's face it, there are millions of people trying to do that, and only a very small percentage of them explode. And I don't think I have the body for OnlyFans. No, there's a very outside chance. Like, I've got a Patreon, I've got Gilded, which you can also donate through, and there's a few other methods that you could send money. I've got a couple of people who send me money, and literally the people who send me that money, they have helped me pay my rent because I've been in a position where I couldn't have afforded it otherwise. Like, I am very appreciative of them. Something in my eye. Now, if I want to work as some kind of influencer, I know the talking points I'd have to hit, I know the videos I'd have to make. I could manage it, I could do it, theoretically, but the consistency is hard to pull off. It's one of those things, I'm going to document as much as I can and do what I can, and maybe some people will find it interesting, and maybe I can kind of stumble my way towards just making enough. Just making enough on social media, just writing enough that I can publish the occasional bit of writing, and maybe I can kind of eke my way into a position where I become financially stable. That would be nice. You see, the introspective part of me is that I'm approaching 40, and I would love to have that traditional lifestyle, that traditional family life. I'm currently single, have been for a while now. But I'm currently single because I've got issues. I've got my disability to think on. I've got loads of things in my own my own life that I need to work on, and it would not be fair to thrust that upon someone. So, how do I stop this? How do I have that? Because if I'm going to attract the Tradwife kind of woman who wants to have that traditional family life, I need to be the traditional masculine man, and I can't fill that role at the moment. I haven't looked after my body, even with the difficulties in place. I could have done more. So I need to do that before I can arguably expect anyone to find me physically attractive. But also I need to work on my financial stability. I need to be able to actually provide for someone if I want that kind of thing. So there are so many different things that I need to work on. And I'm wondering how I can pull this off. So I'm going to document my thinking on exactly how I'm going to try to build this up, because I'm not prepared to throw in the towel. I'm 37 right now, and by the age of 40, I want to be in a position where I can look back at this video and say, I have built myself up enough that I am genuinely a prospect worth pursuing. And that's going to take some doing. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to document it, and hopefully, by documenting it, I'll provide you with enough stuff that you'll want to watch, and maybe I'll find enough people watching that I can make some money off it, and that can be part of the whole process. Wouldn't that be something? It's food for thought. That's where my introspection took me today, anyway. Well, thanks for listening. Hopefully this was interesting, and I'll see you later. Bye.